that is practically crafted to nominate a special personality to run for the office of the governor of Edo State in the forthcoming general elections in Edo State. But before we move to the issues of our presentation today, we'd like to also ask the federal government of Nigeria to find a way to resolve the poverty and hunger situation in the nation, because the people are hungry, and when the people are hungry, it can inject a serious influence of citizenry display of the characteristics of civil unrest that can lead to public disobedience by providing a chance to witness a possible downpour of public property destruction, which the government would not have the capacity to control. Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, you must stop playing politics with the lives of the Nigerian people. Because when it goes beyond this mark of hunger protest, protesters across Nigeria, the next point is for the people to open up a path to enter the streets without any control. And when there is no control from government, the people will take laws into their hands. Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu again, it's time for you to wake up to the realities of providing quality leadership and good governance to Nigerians, or do yourself that good to find a very urgent solution to the issues of terrorism, kidnapping, political blackmail, impunity in political appointments, and lack of concern for the citizens of Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu again, your number one duty as leader of the government is to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians. And since 2023, when you were forced on Nigerians, you have not kept that constitutional duty to the people. Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu again. Nigerians and the world are asking you to wake up from your slumber and incorporate better technocrats with some reasonable mentality of people-oriented prospects to help your administration find very urgent ways to refrain from this economic breakdown and political mishandle. As a people in politics and interested in the development of Nigeria, we hereby ask the people of Edo State and Nigeria at large to join us as a group of well-meaning Nigerians to present this VNCII and the Obedient Movement purchased expression of interest and nomination form under the Great Labour Party. The ideological presentation of these forms are designed as honest support tools in the upliftment agenda for women in Nigeria to have the opportunity to participate full hand in the electioneering process at all costs. So this honestly plays a very important slide towards building Nigerian women in politics, so that our women can also increase in the velocity of women interest in building a Nigeria that is possible. In the recent past, we have seen great women like the Okonjo-Iweala of the World Trade Union, Aisha Mohammed of the United Nations, and Obi Ekwesi that rocks world politics as a former education minister. And they have performed as experts in their different sectors with a global world practice, with an unexpected international respect and influence they have drawn to themselves. It is on this note that we hereby go ahead today to present the Labour Party 2024 Edo State Governorship expression of interest and nomination form to indeed another woman of service. We use this privilege to present these forms to our Obedient Movement princess, from the Oredo local government area in Edo State, Dr. Loretta Oduware Ogboroko, a medical doctor by profession, a great wife of one man, and a mother of children, and indeed a sister, auntie, in-law, friend, and partner in the obedient movement worldwide. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, we officially hereby present the Labour Party 2024 Edo State Governorship Expression of Interest and Nomination Forms to Dr. Miss White to soar like an eagle in this race and come out victorious by the support of the people for the good of our democracy. For us at the VMCII and the Obedient Movement nationwide and worldwide, for the primary election, this is our aspirant, and we ask all obedience to join us to give her the best support as the best aspirant with the intelligence and pragmatic values of leadership needed in the reformation of Edo State. Gentlemen and ladies, this is a presentable female personality that we have discovered to be a solid weapon for national development. Let's give a woman the opportunity to become the governor of Edo State so we all can witness a new format of governance that is designed to provide basic amenities for the people, which must cut across education, employment, security of lives and properties, coupled with creating good roads, cottage hospitals, and social development in all its ramifications. Lastly, we say congratulations to the great Labour Party under the able leadership of Barrister Julius Abure and his National Executive Escorts who made this possible. We, in the Obedient Movement worldwide, have decided to partner with the Labour Party in presenting and supporting the best aspirants in every elections nationwide. This is another way we have created to making sure that the Nigerian woman has a strong value and level of participation in the politics of Nigeria. We must see the Nigerian woman providing service in politics as well as we have witnessed in the economic sector over the years. Distinguished gentlemen of the press, we can only say a big thank you to you for attending this briefing with all sincerity. And to our Labour Party in Edo State, and of course our great aspirant, Dr. Mrs. Loretta Oduware Ogboroko, we say we love you so much. We appreciate you for your very urgent and prompt response to attend this media party today. Let history finish the best option for Edo State and Nigeria at large. Thank you everyone for coming. God bless Edo State. God bless
Labour Party. Labour Party.
Sama,
Up.
That's forward ever.
Up. Is sama because we are in Abuja.
Yeah.
But conventionally, we will also say forward ever. So Labour Party, forward ever. Labour Party, forward ever. Forward ever, Labour Party. Mama, Papa, Pikin, Labour Party. I want to say a big thank you. A big thank you, first of all, to God, who understands that one tree cannot make a forest, but one tree can start a forest. I say thank you to all of them. So the obedience worldwide, across the entire world, people who struggle and roll and work for progressive governance. And of course, the vote must count international initiative Without the Labour Party, people like me do not have the vehicle to be involved in governance, at least at the present state as our constitution stands as a country. It is also in the Labour Party that I see myself. This logo here is where I see myself. Mama, Papa, Pikin. That's where I see myself. I see a mother there. I see a sister there. I see a daughter there. I see a friend there. I see a market woman there. I see a doctor there. I see a nurse. I see a teacher. I see myself there, supported by progressive-minded men and loved by the children. So Labour Party in standing for equity and justice for all is where I see myself. And I say thank you to the National Committee. The good people of Edo State, the friends of Edo State, at home and abroad in the diaspora, I say a big thank you to all of you. Within Edo State, from Edo North, where we have the Kukuruku Hills, through Edo Central, where we have the unique acrobatic display called Babalane, down to Edo South, where you have the largest earth movement in the world, the Binimos. I tell my people, I am grateful. I am grateful to this politically sagacious state, the political barometer of not just Nigeria, but the entire Africa, the heartbeats of the Labour Party, and the nexus, the center of the obedient movement. I am proudly Edo, and I say a big thank you to them. Why do I want to be governor of Edo State? Many years ago, after I lost my father when I was in school, University of Benin, I was moving from 200 level to 300 level. I used to follow my mother to the market to sell. And I connected with the grassroots. And I used to see the sufferings of our mothers and fathers and our brothers and sisters in the market. And at that young age, I resolved to God Almighty that once I have enough capacity, I will come back and work with a team to be the light bearer to change the sufferings. Some of them already mentioned by Dr. Barry in his speech, but even simple things that add value to human life. Why are there no toilets in our market? Why is there no water? What happened to basic education, basic health care? Why is agriculture not mechanized? Why are some parts of the state very derelict and abandoned over the years? And today, to God be the glory, along with the obedience of the world and the Vote Must Count International Initiative, I have that opportunity now to be the change that I have always wanted. So, as I straddle this unique position, I am privileged to straddle the unique position of the obedience and the Labour Party. Many may not know, but I led the team that worked tooth and nail to draw the healthcare part of the Obidati Labour Party manifesto. I worked with teams around the world, sleepless nights. So it is with great humility that I reassure the Labour Party that their zeal to change the face of democracy in Nigeria and the burning desire by the obedience to be the change that Nigeria has been waiting for, a new dawn that Nigeria has been waiting for, is today born in Edo State, in me, Dr. Loretta Oduware Ogboro. I see myself as a light bearer, and come 2024, this year we are in September, on the platform of the Labour Party, harmonized with the obedient. We are bridging the gap. We will take that light and light up Voicetv Avenue. And Edo State shall be like a city upon the hill, from which light shines to not just Edo State or the people of Edo State, but to the entire country and to Africa at large. Thank you very much for these questions. Joy from ITV, thank you very much. You talked about gender representation and it being a big issue, with the 35% projected actualization from the Sustainable Development Goals and all of that. And what does my representation portend for Edo State? To answer this, I'll give a bit of background. I was the very first female, the very first woman, like one EA said today, the first girl, because she was a lot older than me, to come out in Edo State and say I am running for governor of the state. And what my coming out portends for our agenda is already becoming clear, even now on the journey, even before we reach there. It portends mentoring. Because when I was growing up, I had issues with seeing women across the state from Edo State who were up there and willing to stretch a hand and say, come, I will mentor you. Mentorship can be near, mentorship can be far, but I didn't see such figures. So today, right now, children in Edo State are seeing a figure, a Dr. Loretta Oduware Ogboro. And thankfully, some other women also came up after me to say they want to run for governor of Edo State. So that in itself is a very powerful message. And it's also a powerful message that we are sending across the world, that we are now in the age of 2024, and we understand that when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. And I am standing on the shoulders of giants that have gone before me. Edo State produced the first elected female senator in Nigeria. Bless her soul, Senator Franca Afegwa. And we have also had Senator Daisy Danjuma. It is time we are going to take history a top notch and have the first elected female governor in Nigeria. Now, what this portends is twofold. So apart from that mentoring, apart from the girl child from Edo State knowing that there are no limits, I can be who I want to be, there comes that path where the men of Edo State will also shine. They will shine in the sense that they are co-drivers in this progressive struggle to change the face of history. And the boy children too, we have the confidence that they are being raised to understand that Edo State is made up of strong-minded women. On my part, a Loretta-led government will ensure that we have projects that take care of the vulnerable groups. In this group, we have the women, we have the youth, we have the elderly, and we have the differently able. I don't call them disabled. They are differently able. So that means we are going to look at basic things. Basic education, basic health care, ease of doing business. How can our mothers trade? How can they get soft loan? How can they leapfrog and become small and medium scale entrepreneurs? How can we drop their taxation? How can we sustain them? How do we reduce domestic violence? And how do we bring their courage on? So these are things we are going to look at. But we will not do it in isolation. We will do it with our strong fathers and our strong brothers from Edo State. John Okubo from Guardian. Joy, I hope I answered your question. And again, I don't want to give too much expo. You know, right now it's like doing an exam. I know. Right now, all the other aspirants are watching me on television, taking notes. So let me be a bit conservative with my answers. And so, my brother John from Guardian, I thank you very much. The 2023 election, LP did very well. LP and the obedience combined did very well. A movement in the hearts of the people cannot be crushed because it is in the hearts of the people. You can only crush tangible things, visible things, but you can't crush what lives in the hearts of the people. And to live in the hearts of men and women is not to ever be forgotten. So the move for a new Nigeria and the move for a new Edo State is ongoing. So what happened in the 2023 election, the snatching of ballot boxes, the inadequacies with agents, all of those are lessons we have learned and we are building on. And rest assured that we now have solutions to those mistakes and we have preparations for the events that we can foresee will happen. Edo State is not going to be a state where people who have had the lion heart and bravery to do business with the Portuguese in the 19 or 1800s will chicken out. Edo State is very different. Our National Publicity Secretary mentioned 75%. Do you think 75% of our population are going to go to sleep? Or do you think they are going to get awake and wake up more people? That's what's going to happen. So people will try to stop the course of democracy. But like we saw in the French Revolution, change lies within the hearts of people. And every day it snowballs, it gets bigger. So now 2023 is in the past, 2024 is before us, 2024 is in the future. We have learned and we have also devised ways to tackle the snatching of the boxes, the changing of the ballots, and the disenfranchisement of the people. So have no fears at all. There is something called 444. 444 is the fear of fear. The fear of failing. And that is the beginning of inaction. So we must put all of these fears behind us. And we must know that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. That we are Edo State. We are the heartbeat. And we are going to beat in such a way that nobody, nothing is going to stop Edo State producing a Labour Party governor in 2024. Every my body face, Domo, Obu, Uzoka, anyone I can speak it, fast Edo State. Thank you, sir. What is my plan for technology? I'm very, very pleased you asked this question. For those who have followed me over the past couple of years, you will find out that I have gone around the state, gone around the country, been on television stations, and what I have pushed is the idea that we must go back to the basics, that we must bring governance closer to the people. And in doing that, the first thing we need to do is say, we go spend the people money on top of the people. That's the first pillar. The second pillar is say, we go create an environment where Edo State economy will snowball and everything will just take off. So for that first pillar, you have technology, health, and education. And as we talk this technology, health, and education, we talk basic education and technology schools, skills acquisition, or vocational schools, as you will call it. The reason is simple. If you use a country like Germany, take Sweden, take these countries that people call developed. I don't like to use the term developed for them because we are also developed in our own way. But I would rather say resource-rich nation. Take their example, and you will find out that they do well because their vocational and skills sector is alive, well, and thriving. And the only way to do that is to focus on basic education from primary 1 to primary 6 and ensure that vocational education pathway is optimized. Because when you do this, you are going to move our nation from consuming to producing. Let me give a practical example. When you go to England, you will see the mechanics. They will come to the clinic where I'm consulting with their wives. When they come, they are wearing their mechanic garb. Painters will be wearing their painter garb. Plumbers will come in their plumber, and everybody is respecting them. Everybody they come on road. They say, and a big boys come so. Why? Because even their salary will compete with your own as a doctor. That's not why. But which school they go? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying universities are not important. I have several degrees, 2 masters, a bachelor's in an MBBS, and I'm working on a PhD in law and criminology. But what I have found is that they give pride of place to vocational work. What is in your hands? Waiting you carry for hand. So when these people come, then they buga, they come. Now they dodge, they enter. So for you, as a mechanic, say, make I go and go change my clothes. No, they come and bounce in with pride because the society has given them a pride of place. So in Edo State, a Loretta Oduware Oboroko-led government and her team is going to ensure that pride of place is given to basic education, basic health care, and under basic education, attach it with vocational education. If you decide, for instance, to say our technical colleges for Edo State, we don't upgrade them, then they produce mechanic, plumbers, then we will come say, as the plumber they graduate, we they call them plumber for plumber, or the mechanic they graduate, they come out. Government, that is us, we don't put one ogbonge hub aside. When I say hub, big space, where all of them go there. We go create a situation where for the first 2 years, they're not going to pay house rent for their mechanic or plumber workshop. They're not going to pay tax for the first 2 years. And they fit get soft loan. When I say soft loan, where the interest rate not too high for their age. You know what will happen? As people they come out, all of them go they become small and medium scale entrepreneurs. They'll come they employ other people. Then we too will come they see where those people where they technical colleges go people they do hands-on. They'll people they do like attachments, like apprentice. Before you know it, in 4 years, you don't get many people where get hand work. All of them empowered by the government. And if we want to utilize Edo State diaspora, we can do what you call sector-driven remittances. But we'll say, oh, all our engineers going there over the Igbo.
Well, we already have the 7th floor. We are not the last. And just yesterday, the party took our decision to move the head of the 7th floor to Monday. Because a lot of people have asked us to give them more time for me. As usual, a party that we gave them just 1 more day. So on Monday, we'll be closing the votes, and we will announce through a press conference the people that are qualified to be called aspirants. Before now, we had over nearly 30 persons clamoring that they want to be aspirants in the party. But what makes an aspirant is this form. I
want to thank you again because looking at you, I saw rain and I saw beauty. Can you do that now? And I'm also privileged to sit beside my very good brother here, a very strong supporter. You know, I envy them when we stand strongly behind our wife. And I want to thank you, sir, so much for standing behind our sister here. Now, there is a journey to take. A journey to Osadebe Avenue. And by the grace of God, the Labour Party will occupy that house. Amen. And I have a dream that one day a woman will become a governor in this country.
Yes, sir.
So many people have attempted, but it did not work. But a Labour Party here, we have a way we do our own thing. You know, during the last elections, they accused us of not having a structure. But we told them that the structures we have are these people here. They stood in Edo State, which happens to be the capital of obedience. We scored 75% of the entire votes. So I'm letting you know that as you go, you already have 75% of the vote. We want to keep them out. Because since 1999, they have raped Edo State. They have not done anything in Edo State. They have continued to line up their pockets in Edo State. You cannot pass any street during the rainy season. The last time I saw the government of this travel with the cable because the roads are very, very bad. But I see you as some transformative agent that will change the very face of Edo State. And I believe that when those people out there, the other parties, they do their own thing, already most of them are already crying. But here we have our own thing. Don't clean, don't beautifully, don't in such a way that everybody that wins will know that you win. And if you lose, you know that you lost. So our prayer is that now, we will go back after our this form, go back to Edo, and begin to work. Because in the party we have said it's going to be level field primaries. And we stand on that, we did it in other states. And we will continue to do it because we have a standard. So we don't be afraid of the men. Do not in any way be afraid of the men. The party will stand by you if you give the ticket. And I can tell you that we will sing your praises all over in your state. We have the capacity to work for you. We have the capacity to move mountains. And in your own case, if you fix the form, if you pick the nomination, you're nominated as the candidate, will do the same thing for you. Edo State needs good schools. Edo State needs hospitals. Edo State needs good roads. Edo State needs, because we also understand that Edo State has the highest number of people living in diaspora. Yes. We need to create industries. We need to put an environment that will make these people come back to Nigeria and establish and bring job opportunities to our student graduates. We need people like you to come up. People whose paths are clean and not dented. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of those other people, they have baggages. But here is a brand new personality. I call her brand new. Because it's coming with a character that is not anywhere tainted. So we are going to support her. We are going to do everything possible to support her after the primaries and the coming up of the 23rd of this month. Thank you again on behalf of the national chairman, the hard-working national chairman of the Labour Party, Barrister Julius Abure, and other members of the executive that are not here. Most of them are going on other assignments outside Abuja. I want to Thank you for building this form, and by the grace of God, we shall bring Hosanna.
A round of applause for her. Please, camera. Let her take the first shot with the first t-shirt. This is the first official t-shirt, and the fire in it will continue.
Thank you very much. You should share this.
You know, if you are signing a new player into a team, yes, you upgrade with the t-shirt, you unveil. This is like an unveiling. Dr. Loretta Oduware Ogborogo. Thank you. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. God bless you.
Please, this is the expression of interest form to contest for governor in Edo State and presented to Dr. Loretta Oduware. Congratulations, man. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the second one is the Labour Party nomination form for the this opportunity under the influence of the obedience movement worldwide and the BNCI to present this. So we can now, please, may we be seated, ma? We can now hear from our aspirant